And good evening, and welcome to another Thursday night show. We're spoiling you, we are. Yes, we are. Well, Dave Dawn's over in Spain, sunning himself on the sunbeds. You get to enjoy me. And Bob, say hello, Bob.
Hey, Vino, how's everyone? What?
Yes, how's everybody doing this evening? Hope you're all okay. Looking forward to the weekend. I'm sure there's something happening at the weekend. Not quite sure what it is. And we've got a special, very special guest with us this evening as well. Say hello, special guest. Yes, you're supposed to say hello, special guest.
Hello, special guest.
There you go.
I didn't know it was me.
You're the special guest.
All right, you see, You see, I'm very quick to catch on.
You are. Yeah, you're special, and you're a guest.
Yes, I'm special.
That equals special guest, you see.
That's true. Thank you for having me on.
You're very, very welcome. We're glad to have you on, Daz. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. Full of busy.
Yes, good, good. It's good to be busy.
Yeah, not all the time, but yes.
Yes. Anyway, we've got some VT to bring you tonight. So I'm going to be looking at what you need to have in the typical vaper's toolkit, which is good with Vapefest coming up at the weekend. That's the thing, Vapefest. I knew there was something coming up at the weekend. So I'm going to be showing you what I've got in my vaper's toolkit and asking you what you've got in yours. So let's have a look what I've got in my toolkit, shall we? Roll VT. I thought with Vapefest weekend coming up, we'd have a look at some of the useful bits of kit that you might be able to take with you. This is my Vapor's toolbox, and in here we've got the usual suspects, so to speak. We've got some wire, and we've got some A1 Canthel 25 AWG 10 meter spool. I don't think I've used that one yet. And what else have we got? We've got some, yeah, that's quite heavy. Some nickel wire, 26 AWG, 0.4 millimeters. That's some, forgot to tell you, oops, excuse me. 0.4 mil Canthel, 0.4 mil nickel. And then in the bottom here, apart from that stray piece of wire that must have come off a build that I did a long time ago, we've got some ribbon wire. Now I never got on with this ribbon wire. I did try using it a couple of times, but I just couldn't get on with it. And that's 0.5 by 0.1 millimeter. I was never able to use it. So if anybody wants that, let me know. We've got in this one, we've got some nail cutters. Oh look, he makes another appearance, the little blue screwdriver. Now this is an interesting little compartment. We've got all sorts of little bits and pieces in here. I don't want to get those mixed up with anywhere else, so I'll put one here for the time being. We have got, I think that's a spare set from a Keef one, I think. I'm sure somebody in chat will tell me if I'm mistaken, but I believe it is. It's obviously a spare set from something. But yeah, useful thing. Those are a couple of coils that
have been made up. Not bad looking coils actually. And what else have we got? Ah, loads of little screws. Ah, I know what I bought these for. I bought these off eBay a while back. They were to replace the fill screws on the Keef one. So I kept rounding mine off. So I bought these panhead screws because they replaced them quite well actually, and they were very cheap. Yeah, 2.5mm. They came in very handy. I've got another set of O-rings there for something. Not sure what they were for. What else have we got? This is from the yeah, it's over here somewhere. I'll grab it for you and I'll show it. This is for that. Let me put this slug down for a second. That little tool, which has that end on it, is for adjusting the airflow on that. Now this, by the way, is a great mod that I was lusting after for a long time. The Fury S, which I managed to get off Mr. Kraken Jim Maitland when he had them in. I couldn't wait for him to get them in. I think most people know I'm obsessed with skulls. So when I saw that coming, I thought, yes, I'm having one of them. And then when Smock bought the X Pure dripper out to go with the Fury S, I got one of those to go with it. And this little tool came with that. And then you use that tool to adjust the airflow. You go one way or the other to go from minimum airflow to maximum airflow. It's a bit of a strange dripper really, this one. I've never actually got it to work properly, but we may take a look at that another time. In this section is loads of sub-tank and Atlantis coils. Now I'm going to get completely covered in juice here. And that's a Nautilus. The insides of a Nautilus, but there's all sub-tank and Atlantis coils in that compartment, which I was intending on recoiling them at some point, and I probably still will. It's just when I get round to it, basically, which I will get round to it. Oh, look at this. Some old C4 drip tips. If anybody wants any CE4 drip tips, let me know. We're going to need that. I usually use to get juice back into bottles. We also have toothpicks. Very useful. Very useful toothpicks. I also have a supply of these in my box, known as condoms. Now I have various types of cotton. Got some Japanese cotton there. That one. There's some. I did have some rayon in there, but the bag's empty. I think that should have been in there. But I forgot, I neglected to put that back in the bag. We have some Celu cotton from Cloud9 Vaping. And we also have some silica, some very thick silica that I haven't used for a long time. Now you're going to see an appearance from an old friend very soon that you've seen many times on Vapor Trails TV, and that is the, what was it called now? Summer. Yeah, I forgot what it was called. Summer something. Yeah, but you've all seen that before. We have also got some more respectable sized silica and some standard cotton. Now we move on to the business end. We have some OCC replacement coils, NI200 ones for our temperature sensing devices. There are some Arctic coils. We also have some Ude organic cotton. And we have a precision screwdriver set. These are quite useful actually. And we have various pliers and things. We have our wire cutters. We've got some tweezers. Now this is a useful little tool. It's a dentist's, well, a dental pick. It's very useful for spacing coils out. And if you're doing nickel coils, or even if you're doing cantle coils and you just like them to be nice and neat. But for nickel coils especially, and you need to have them spaced out, then this is quite useful. So yeah, useful tool there. What else do we have? We're coming to the end of the box now. We have another screwdriver. That was the one that I started to build coils with, and probably what most people use to wrap coils on. And that will be coming to Vapefest with me at the weekend. So yeah, happy Vapefest everybody.
Often imitated, never duplicated. Award-winning service and products from cloud9vaping.co.uk.
Dripper selection boxes now come in 0 and 3mg strengths. So tell Dripper the kind of flavours you like and we'll send you 70ml of some of the world's most exciting flavours every month. With free delivery anywhere in Europe, treat yourself to a Dripper box today.
Dripper.co.uk.
And now we're back to the studio. I know we said back to the studio after the VT, but we ran the adverts because we're running a bit of a shorter show this week. Because I've got Vapefest to pack for, and Bob's back is not very good at the moment. Is it, Bob?
No, mate, sorry, it isn't. It's a struggle sitting here, to be honest with you.
Yes, he can't sit for too long, so we've got to do a bit of a shortened show this week. Now, as you saw, it was mentioned in chat actually by Fuzzy Ann that my vape box is very organised. It's only very organised because I don't use half of the bloody stuff. I should do really, but I don't. So I don't really do much rebuilding at the moment. I'm stuck using sub-tank coils and Atlantis coils and things. But yeah, I did that VT because of Vapefest coming up at the weekend. So, Bob isn't going. Matt's going. Daz isn't going either. So it's been left down to me to talk about Vapefest. I've been to Vapefest since 2013, which was at Tamworth, the Moat House, I think it was, Tamworth. Was it the Moat House? I believe it was. That one was a bit packed in my opinion. You couldn't really move around. I mean, Mrs. Chief was with her mobility walker at the time. And she had a bit of a problem getting around, but she was alright because she just pushed people out the way with a mobility walker. But it was a good one. I enjoyed it. That was my first Vape Fest. It was the first time I met Marco. And I met Dave Kitson there. And I saw Andy Sutton walking around with a big massive stick with a camera on the top of it. So yeah, good one. Then last year was the first one at Shrewsbury. That was much better because there was lots more space to walk around. Weather was not the best. So yeah, now this year, which I've got a pack for. I've got the tent out of the loft eventually. I've not had time to test pitch it, which I should have done, but I haven't, so that's going to have to wait till I get there. So it's never been opened. It's still brand new in the box. One from August, 3-bedroom one, so I have no idea how big it is. Could be massive. Could take up half of the field for all I know. But yeah, I'll find out when I get there. Could get it out of the box and it's full of holes. I don't know. But I've got a 2-man tent as a backup just in case. So we're taking all that with us. Picnic table. 2 dogs as well. Yes, we're taking 2 dogs with us for the weekend. So if you like dogs, come and say hello to the dogs. Some people don't. Dave Kitson doesn't apparently. So we've got to keep the dogs away from him. Bob, talk about Vapefest for a minute. You must know what it's about.
I know what it's about, mate, but too busy for me. Too many people there.
They don't like crowds much, do you?
No, me and crowds don't mix, mate. I'm sorry to say. Been to a few knees meets. They're a good laugh, good give. Nice bunch of people up there.
I'd like to go to one of the knees meets actually.
If and when another one happens, then you'll have to go. It is a good swim, it really is.
That's where Daz can come in because Daz organises the knees meets, doesn't he?
Daz used to organise the knees meets, but the reason Daz doesn't really now is because there's a fairly regular meet on now in the northeast, which the last one may have been at the Crown, it may not have been, although and to be honest, the knees meet is great, and I think what the guys at NAV have been doing has been brilliant because they've had raffles on. The last one, I think they had about 90 people. It got to the stage now where when we were doing it, we had one end of the bar, which was kind of cornered off for the vapors, and now it's got to the stage of it's a full function room and still growing. But that's not to say that an ease meet isn't going to happen. It could well be before the end of the year. It's a hard one to judge because you've got obviously Vapefest coming up, and I think there might be a couple of other meets or another big meet in the pipeline. So it's kind of is it Vapefest Island? Is Vapefest Island? It's Vapefest Island. That's right. And I think that the problem being is it always falls around the time, so we end up losing down on numbers. But that's not to say, as I say, it's not to say that there's not going to be another knees meet. And I'll try. I'll see what we can muster up in the next couple of months.
Uh-huh.
That's if NEV hasn't already arranged something else in the process already, but I'll certainly see.
Well, I hope you can, as I say, because it's a good scheme. It really is.
It is.
People are lovely, and we get to meet up with everyone again. It's nice. It's a good weekend away.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've definitely been wanting to go to a knees meet to meet everybody, and I've heard so much about these knees meets. I'd certainly like to go to one, yeah.
They're really good. I mean, they started off. It started off before I even joined the team. The first one, I believe, was the OK Diner on the A19, and I wasn't at that one. And the OK Diner was a very small American style diner, and I think it was either half or full. I can't remember. But it was a very small joint. And then the next one, which was the Rattler, and the commotion with that one. But going back, like obviously the last few of them we've had has been at the Crown, and the guys at the Crown have been brilliant. They really have. They've been so hospitable, and considering it's changed hands in management, which the last time when I organised it, I thought it would have been a bit of an issue, because it tends to be if management change hands, and it didn't, and they've been absolutely brilliant. And meets in general are brilliant because they're a really good way for, especially if you're a new vaper who doesn't know a lot about e-cigs, or the other thing as well, it's not that they don't know, it might be that they're completely overwhelmed with information.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They just want to kind of see what people are doing so they can choose the path that they want to choose. And, there's people who bring, like, bottles of juice to do, like, swaps or just giveaways, or, there's always stuff going on. And there's people, like, who bring, like you, Keith, like when you were going on about your vaping box, I mean, I know I bring my kit, and Sav brings some kit, and Dave Dawn brings his, and so, the place is full, it's just full of kit and people talking about it, and it's just a really good social event, where you can sit and chat and relax and eat and drink, and it tends to be an all-day thing, and it's well worth it. The reason that we don't do the knees meet as often is because when we do the knees meet, it tends to be really good. Like, we get a really good turnout. Yeah. We started off the first one, I think we might have had about between 30 and 40, and then afterwards it was 60, and then the last one was nearly 100 people. So, it tends to be where we'll do them less because less is more. We're doing the build up for it. And, we've had people come from all over. We've had people from down south as far as Belgium, who've come over to, especially for the sake of the knees meet. So it's really, really well worth it.
I mean, it's a good way of people to exchange experience, like tips and the way they use coiling techniques and things like that. I mean, it's a brilliant thing for that type of thing.
It is. I like it because I'm not the most experienced coiler. I can manage to make a coil, but I'm not one of these who, make Clapton coils and things like that.
Oh no, me neither.
But if I've got kit that particularly I'm struggling with, like Bob's there with his microphone off at the minute, but you'll guarantee bet your bottom dollar I'll go, Bob, this tank doesn't work. What am I doing wrong? And Bob will say, oh, gives it here, and he'll sort it out within 5 minutes. He'll go, there you go, all you did was do this, that, and the other, and it's really good because you find out from where you were going wrong to putting it right, basically. And the last time I was there as well, I had a mod which broke on me, and I managed to get that repaired, not at the knees, but I had somebody there who were like, yeah, no problem, give it to me, and I can take it away. I can take it away and fix it. So, it's just a wealth of information and help.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we'll take the second set of adverts now.
Joytech UK are proud sponsors of vapefest.tv.
LP Vape, UK purveyor of e-cigarettes and e-liquids. Proud sponsors of vaping entertainment on Vapor Trails TV.
And we are back. Now, we were talking before the break about vape meat and the knees meat, etc. And I noticed in chat that Leanna Lawless was talking about there's no vape meat by her in Aldershot, and Matt suggested to her that she should start one, and she said nobody would come. Well, you don't know unless you try. I mean, if you haven't got a vape meat near you, then get onto social media, get onto the forums, post about it, see, just start one. You never know unless you try. If you're thinking about Vapefest, for example, and you're not sure about whether you should go or not, ask your friends on social media, see what their opinion is, or just go. You're not gonna, nothing bad's gonna happen to you. We're all friendly people. I'm going. Matt's going. I think most of the VTTV team are going. Thousands of people are going to go, and we're all friendly people. Just go. We'll look after you. Why not just go? I mean, you've been to Vape Meets Bob before.
I have.
It's always a friendly atmosphere, isn't it?
Without a doubt. You walk in, you see people there, they're all doing the same thing you're going to be doing. You get yourself a drink and you start getting involved. And, whether you want to be involved or not, it's entirely up to you. Either way, people will come and talk to you.
Yeah.
I remember one particular knees meet. We were all sitting there having a good old chinwag and a beer, and there was 3 or 4 people sitting over on the one side. I think it was Kirst and Daz went over to them and introduced themselves and said, come, don't feel shy, come and join us. And they found out they were Bulgarian. So, yeah, you remember that, Daz?
Polish. They were Polish.
Polish.
And we thought thought it would be a good idea at the time to circulate and bring the crowd together. And we're seeing these four people, and we were kind of building up this level of confidence. Where was that?
Yes, we were getting really good at it by that point as well. So we bounded over to them all excited, going, "Hello, come and speak to everybody!" And they were like, "What?" We were like, "Oh, okay. Nice to meet you. Bye."
Are you not here for the day's meet? No, we are Polish.
We just came here for some lunch. Okay. But, I mean, there may now be a restraining order out against me and Daz in Poland somewhere. But we made them feel welcome to join us if they wanted to. And hello, by the way, because nobody said I was here. I was just sitting here secret and quiet, but I'm here now, so...
Hello, sir.
Hello. But yeah, if there's a vape meet, go. Just go. Even if you go, I'm going to pop down for half an hour. Do it. I mean, I know I'm not going to believe this, but I am a really shy person. And the thought of walking into a room full of strangers is like, oh my god. And the first knees meet, Daz was saying, was at the OK Diner, and there was a handful of us, about 20, 25, 30 maybe at the most. And I thought this is going to be awful, this is going to be absolutely awful. And within 5 minutes, I was sitting talking to people I'd never met before, and you're going, oh, what do you think about that? And yeah, I love that, try this, have you tried this juice? And before you know it, you're chatting away, and you love it. And hours have gone past, and you're like, oh, I only meant to call in here for half an hour, and 4 hours later, you're sitting with juices that you've never tried before, and devices that you've never seen before, going, oh, I must do this again.
I mean, another thing with the meets as well is that people don't need to be under the assumption that it needs to be something organised. You know, it doesn't. You can have two people there with e-cigs and call it a meet. I mean, literally, it's that easy. You know, from what's the saying? From big trees, no, from little acorns, big trees grow.
That's the one, yeah.
And it's very, very true, because word just catches on. It's just a natural thing. And if it's something that you're wanting to do regularly enough, so whether it be once a week, once a month, whatever, once a quarter, the thing being is, as long as you've got more than one person doing it, and you're persistent enough in it, you know, to keep it going, make it enjoyable, make it sociable, make it fun, don't make it boring. And people, you then will not need to do anything. All you'll need to do is just carry on doing what you're doing. Word will spread around, and that's it, basically. And if you can hear a commotion, I'm sorry, my cat's going loopy here.
I totally agree with what you've just said. Turn up and enjoy yourself. Go with a couple of mates to start with. Two people's vape meet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember my first knees meet. It was me, a fat lad from Essex, walking into South Shields, a bar in South Shields, and it's that kind of anticipation as you walk in. As soon as you walked in, you were made welcome.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, it was absolutely brilliant, and the day itself, it ended up as a good day at the end.
Fantastic day, even though we got chucked out of pubs and all sorts of fantastic day. And people that I've met online, and people that you work with doing things like this, have actually become lifelong friends and real friends through going to vape meets and actually meeting them face to face and going, yeah, that person's just as mad as I am. You get on, same wavelength, and it's just do it.
That's the good thing about these meets, whether it's the big meets like the Vapefest or the local meets. You go in as a stranger, you walk out as a friend.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
You know,
and I'll tell you the best meet as well, and I know he's watching and he'll kill us. The best meet is the ones where Dave Kitson goes to.
Yeah.
And it's slightly inebriated, then that is a very, very good meet.
Yes, I have to agree. Dave Kitson meets are awesome.
Yes.
Are absolutely awesome. But no, I mean, I can't go to Vape Fest this year, but if you can, if you're close by or if you're just thinking about it, like I said, just go. You won't regret it. You will not regret it. You'll enjoy it.
Yes, definitely. Just do it. Don't be shy. Just do it.
Couldn't agree more. So, Leanna, start your own league, girl.
Yeah, doesn't matter if you've got a nervous cat or if there's only a handful of vapors around you. Just organise for a couple of hours in an afternoon. You don't have to organise a weekend away somewhere. Just go to your local pub with a couple of friends. Vape meet. Job done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just
Job
do
done.
it. So, there you have it. I think that's about it, isn't it?
You done? Ran out.
I think
Gotta go pack.
I think I'll go and start putting things in the car already.
Typical man leaves everything to the last minute.
I know. Can't help it. It's just mental.
It is.
Got nothing in the car. Everything's down the bottom of the stairs. I didn't get like I said, I didn't get the tent out of the loft until today. I had to go and find it. Then I had to find the gas, the little camping stove.
See, I don't do camping. That's one thing I don't do with camping.
Not unless it's 5-star with room service.
Yes.
Well, if I could afford it, I would have got a hotel, but can't afford that.
I can't sleep with things.
Bugs.
Yeah, bugs and things, and always wondering what was that.
Doesn't do outdoor sleeping.
I don't, not unless I'm really drunk. But that's a different story for a different show entirely.
But yes, I'm really looking forward to the weekend. It's going to be the first time that I've done camping at Vapefest. Last year we only went for the Saturday, just walking around. Bumped into a few people that I didn't know. People were coming up to me even last year and saying, "Hi, Keith," and I didn't have a clue who they were. Oh, hello there, hello.
It's the best way to meet these people, because obviously when you do things like this, people know your face, and it's great when you get out there and you get to talk to the people that you've been talking to through the screen and stuff. It's fab.
Yeah, the thing is, with me, people will normally punch me when I say hello to them, so I normally...
I'm sorry, Bob, I didn't mean to. I wasn't aiming for you, honest. Never gonna let me live it down. God.
I'd just like to say I got through 3 monitors tonight.
What? 3 monitors?
Thanks, Matt.
Is that all? Only 3.
Right, I'm sorry hijacking your show. I'll let you close it out.
No, you carry on, sir.
No, I'm done. I was meant to be sitting here minding my own business.
Don't you worry about it. You're welcome to speak on my show any time you like.
Does this face look worried?
No, not at all.
No. But no, my final thoughts are go. Just go. Go anywhere. Just go there. Vape when you get there. And then come back again after you've had a good time. That's it. What?
Do you know, I think somebody should have a really odd place to have a vape meet, like at a bus stop.
Bus stop?
Yeah. Like 2 people meeting at a bus stop, take a selfie, send it in. Most random vape meet ever.
No,
I shall see you on Wednesday.
Someone, it's
yeah.
kind of thing.
It's a bus stop just down the road from me, Daz. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Have a vape meet at the bus stop.
Maybe we should have a competition for the weirdest vape meet.
Yeah, put a pin in that, work it out, and come back to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, now it's time for you.
Yes, right. I'd like to thank Sav.
You're very welcome.
And our very special guest, Daz.
You're welcome.
Excuse me.
Oh yes, our very, very special guest, Sav.
What can I say? I mean, really? Gee.
Yes, our very, very special guest, Sav, first of all.
Very welcome.
Then our very special guest, Daz.
You're welcome.
Then just Bob.
Just Bob.
Just Bob.
Just Bob.
I'm just Bob.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Just Bob. Then the master of the buttons, Matt, who you can't see. Thank you, Matt, for pushing all the buttons. Yeah, you can stick your fingers up all you want, mate. I don't care. Right, we'll leave it at that then. Thank you all for watching. And as I've said, just go to a vape meet, do it. You'll meet lots of lovely people, learn lots of new things, and it will be the best experience you've had with vaping. I'm going to shut up now before I get fired. Right, thanks very much for watching, and we shall see you next week. Bye bye. Credits, please.